You are the only animal on Earth that eats pain for fun, on purpose, and then asks for more. Think about that. No other creature does this. Not one. Put a chili in front of any wild animal. It takes one taste and never touches it again. That is the correct response. That is what the pepper wants. Because that burn is a weapon. The pepper built it, on purpose, to hurt you. And you look at that weapon, designed to cause you pain. And you say, delicious. What is wrong with us? Here is the strangest part. That burn you feel, the heat, the fire, the pain, none of it is real. Nothing is burning. Nothing is being damaged. Your mouth is completely fine. It is a trick, a chemical lie, told to your brain, and your brain falls for it. Every single time. Let me show you what is really happening. The heat in a chili comes from one compound. It is called capsaicin. And capsaicin is one of the most elegant chemical weapons in the plant world. Here is what it does. Your body is covered in tiny sensors that detect temperature and pain. One of them is a receptor called TRPV1. Its job is simple and important. It watches for dangerous heat. When something genuinely hot touches you, a boiling drink, a flame, TRPV1 fires and screams at your brain, this is burning you. Pull away. That is a survival tool. It stops you from cooking your own flesh. Now here is the trick. Capsaicin fits that exact same receptor. It walks up to TRPV1 and switches it on, directly, chemically, without any heat at all. So your brain receives a message that says, your mouth is on fire. This is dangerous heat. You are being burned. And it reacts exactly as if that were true. Your face flushes. You sweat. Your heart rate climbs. Your eyes water. Your body launches a full emergency response to a fire that does not exist. The capsaicin is not actually hot. It is not burning anything. It has simply hijacked the one alarm that was built to protect you and set it off on purpose. It is a lie told in the language your nerves cannot help but believe. And the reason the pepper does this is pure cold strategy. A plant has a problem. It wants animals to spread its seeds, but it does not want the wrong animals crushing and destroying them. For a chili, the wrong animal is a mammal. Mammals have grinding teeth that chew seeds to powder and stomachs that destroy them. If a mouse eats your fruit, your seeds die. So the pepper evolved capsaicin as a mammal repellent. To a mouse, or a monkey, or you, the fruit screams pain, stay away. But here is the clever part. Birds do not have the same receptor response. To a bird, capsaicin does nothing. No burn at all. And birds are the perfect seed carriers. They swallow the fruit whole, do not destroy the seeds, and fly far away before the seeds pass through unharmed, planted in a fresh spot with a little fertilizer. So the burn is not random. It is a targeting system. The pepper is trying to reward birds and punish mammals. It is specifically, chemically, trying to keep animals like you away. And that is what makes the human relationship with chili so bizarre. We are exactly the animal it is trying to repel. And we made it one of the most popular flavors on the planet. So why? Why do you enjoy being attacked? This is where it gets genuinely fascinating, and where scientists are honest that we do not have it fully nailed down. But the leading idea has a name. Benign masochism. It was coined by the psychologist Paul Rozin, and it describes exactly this. The pleasure of an experience your body thinks is dangerous, while your mind knows you are actually safe. Think about what happens when you eat a chili. Your body sets off every alarm. Danger, heat, pain, threat. But the thinking part of your brain sits back and says, relax, I know this trick. Nothing is actually wrong. Nothing is being damaged. We are safe. And that gap, between your body screaming danger and your mind knowing you are fine, produces a very specific thrill. It is the exact same thrill as a roller coaster, or a horror movie, or standing at the edge of a high place behind a railing. Your body reacts to a threat that cannot actually hurt you, and riding that reaction feels good. Rozin called it a kind of mind over body. You are enjoying the feeling of your own alarm system going off, precisely because you have learned it is a false alarm. It is the pleasure of being safely afraid, and your body adds one more twist that seals the habit. When your brain thinks you are in pain, it releases natural painkillers. Endorphins, the same feel-good chemicals that show up during hard exercise. So the burn of the chili triggers a small flood of them, a genuine wave of pleasure chemistry, right on top of the fake pain. So the pattern becomes pain, then reward, burn, then bliss. And your brain, which learns from rewards, starts to connect the burn itself with the good feeling that follows. Over time, you do not just tolerate the fire. You start to crave it. You chase it. That is how a defense mechanism designed to cause you pain became something you order on purpose, pay extra for, and dare your friends to survive. And someone, of course, had to be first. Chili peppers come from the Americas, and people there were eating them thousands of years ago. Somebody, at some point, bit into this small bright fruit, felt their whole mouth catch fire, and instead of writing it off forever, thought again. We do not know who. But that decision, to go back to the thing that hurt, is the seed of every spicy dish on earth. And there may have been good reasons beyond the thrill. In hot climates, before refrigeration, food spoiled fast. And capsaicin has real antimicrobial effects. It can kill or slow some of the bacteria, ruin food, and make you sick. So the cultures that loaded their food with chili may have been quietly protecting themselves, getting sick less, and passing both the recipes and the preference down the generations. Whether it started as medicine, preservation, thrill, or all three, the habit spread. And once chili peppers left the Americas, they conquered the world's kitchens astonishingly fast, until today around 1 in 4 people on Earth eats them every single day. The chemistry is settled. Capsaicin really does hijack your heat receptor. The burn really is, in that sense, a trick, though at very high doses capsaicin can cause real irritation and even damage, so the pepper is not entirely bluffing. The pain of a mild chili is mostly an illusion. The pain of the world's hottest peppers is edging towards something real. The benign masochism idea is the leading explanation, and it is well supported. Scientists are careful to say the full picture is more complex. Culture matters enormously. Personality matters. People who love thrills tend to love spice. Growing up around spicy food matters. There is no single gene that makes you a chili lover. It is biology and psychology and culture braided together. What is not in doubt is the core strangeness. We are the only species that seeks this out, and we do it by turning an alarm into a pleasure. So think about what that really means about you. A plant spent millions of years perfecting a chemical specifically to make animals like you suffer and go away. It aimed that weapon directly at your species, and you picked it up, put it in your mouth, felt the alarm scream through your whole body, and decided that you liked it. You did something no other animal does. You took a signal that means danger, and you learned to read it as delight. You turned a punishment into a pleasure. You looked at pain, understood it could not really hurt you, and chose to enjoy the ride. Every time you reach for hot sauce, you are doing one of the most human things there is. Taking something built to defeat you and making it fun. Your body still thinks it is under attack. Your mind knows better. And somewhere in the gap between those two, you found something to enjoy. The pepper is still trying to keep you away. It just never expected an animal that would fall in love with the warning. See you in the next one.